So at Sorrymate, one of the things we get asked a lot by clients, by other riders, even by people that approach us at shows, is what can I do when I'm on the road to help protect myself? What kind of equipment would you recommend? What kind of stuff that we use? And well, today I've got myself something new. I'm like kind of the tech geek in the office. So I've just picked up the DJI Osmo Action 6. I went with the enhanced combo, so I get all the bits in there so that I can just literally get going straight away. I'm upgrading from a GoPro Hero 9, and this little baby will be sat on my chest from now on, out on the bike, so that I can film everything. Beautiful scenery, don't get me wrong, lovely rides, but if the worst does happen, this thing can capture 4K 120 frames a second, 8K at 30 frames a second, and 1080p all the way up to 240 frames a second. Is it worth the hype? Is it worth the price? We're about to find out. So, you get your DJI Osmo Action 6 home, you unbox it, this is what you're going to find. Now, yes, unfortunately, the enhanced combo is the most expensive of the 3 different options that they do offer in this camera. You can get the standard, the essential, and the enhanced. The enhanced combo comes with everything that you see here, stickers, instructions, things like that in the box. But this is most definitely worth what equates to £50 extra on top of the other packages. You get the 1.5 meter, what DJI call the extension rod. You get extra magnetic clips for your camera. You get one up there, one there. You get 2 of these locking pins, which I've got one there and one there. And a massive selling point for me, as someone who's just upgraded from a GoPro, and it did really struggle with battery life out on rides. I was having to take like 6 batteries out with me for a day, is this. So this is the little power bank. So you open that. Now I already got a battery in the camera, so I can show you. You get 2. It would have been nice if you got 3, you know, you can't have everything. 2 batteries, 1,950 mAh each, and DJI claim that these will give you up to 240 minutes of recording time. That's 4 hours. That is unbelievable. Now, I've got DJI products, I've got DJI drone, DJI gimbals. They're a very, very good brand. The batteries also are universal. So if you've got the Osmo Action 4 or 5, the batteries are universal, they'll fit in the 6. The older batteries won't, but anything from the 4 up, they will. And you just stick them in there. USB-C charge at the side. Obviously this one is fully charged, that one should be fully charged. I charged them before this video. Pop them in, pop that in a backpack. You've got one in your camera, you can have 2 spare in your little battery bank. 240 minutes a battery. Unbelievable, gonna do you all day. And if you've got a little power bank, put a USB-C in it, and there we go, start charging it. So yeah, magnetic clips, these are proprietary for this camera. Very strong magnets on them, and the clips themselves in there. The extension rod, which is just a glorified selfie stick, I'm not going to lie to you people. DJI Action on there. Lock and pin for the magnetic clip. Little clips on there, magnet on the top. And it does extend out to a whopping 1.5 meters. On the bottom, you can connect that, if you want, to a tripod, and you can get mounts now for motorbikes and attach that onto the back. Me personally, I don't want to be riding along with 1.5 meters worth of pole on the back of my bike. Not only will it look like you're impersonating a police bike with a huge antenna on it, but that's going to create a lot of drag and wind, and I don't want my new 400-pound camera just go woo and flying off somewhere. But if you want to do that, if you're confident and you can secure it enough, you can obviously screw that into something. And if 1.5 meters isn't long enough for you, you can screw that into a camera tripod, and the world is your oyster, I suppose. But yeah, the main thing, let's get everything out the way, you'll come to see, well, we'll meet that in a sec, is the camera itself, the DJI Osmo Action 6. Now, you will be forgiven for thinking, damn, that's a big lens, and a big circular lens for what is an action camera. And yeah, it is an action camera, but it's also much more than that. It can do a lot more. DJI have upgraded the camera this time. So this huge lens that you see on the side is a 1/1.1 inch squared sensor. It's new for the Osmo Action 6. They all used to be previously round. So yeah, 1/1.1 inch square sensor. It also has 50 gigabytes of built-in internal storage in this camera. So yes, it can take micro SDs, but with every other action camera you buy it, you think, oh, £400, that's a lot of money. You get it home, you can't use it because you don't have a micro SD. This little bad boy comes pre-installed with 50 gigabytes of onboard storage, and it will take a micro SD card all the way up to 1 terabyte. So you've got plenty of memory if you do get external storage for it. But yeah, 50 gig built in. It is 20 meters waterproof too, so you can take this in the water, you can take it for a swim. 20 meters down, which is about 65 feet, I think, something around there. And it is cold resistant as well, so it says, with that 4-hour battery life. It does have many different features that this lens can do. You've got different aperture settings, you've got different FOV settings. It comes with all your usual recording styles, so you've got wide, ultra wide. DJI offer their own stability with this called Rock Steady. You've got a white balance sensor at the bottom, so it will always try and keep your shot, your video nicely balanced. It will try not to blow it out and things like that, and that is a real big improvement over, especially from the GoPros. I believe the Action 5 Pro, the previous one to this, had something similar but was smaller. But before we get into the camera itself, these are the clips for it. The magnets on this thing, it's already pulling in. It's already pulling towards the camera. They're super strong. As soon as it gets close, it's going to snap in, get that clip, and you're on. So there you go. There is your mount. Now, I already found out, I've got mine to one side here somewhere. I've got my third-party chest mount that I used to use with my GoPro. Good old Amazon purchase. This is universal, so this will screw on to the chest mount using the official DJI locking pins. Just line it up. It will screw in, so they are universal. If you've got chest mounts already, you're coming from a GoPro, this isn't something that you're then going to have to go and replace as well. The DJI will fit every GoPro accessory. I've got multiple, and so far every one of them is fit. The locking pins work with them. These aren't the locking pins that came with the chest mount. That is the one that came with the camera. So I've got the one there and the one there. But there we go. That clip off. Super easy. Move this out of the way. Now, this camera does have a really nice feature, and I really like it because, you know, you could be on the road, you might not be recording at the time, a sausage might pull out on you, to be polite. Watch how fast this thing turns on. So your power button's there. I will put it in front of me so you know. One click, boom, you're on. That is good to record. That is ready to record right now. Instant. That is the fastest I've seen any camera, any action camera, any normal camera be film ready that quick. It will also rotate. If you turn that round, now you can shoot shorts for TikTok, you can shoot reels. Automatically does that when you turn it round. And if you turn that back around again, it should. Here you go. Screen on the front as well, so you can see yourself what you're recording. Hello, that's me. And yeah, you can adjust everything in that menu from this screen as well. This is a full touch screen. You can adjust your resolutions. So you pull that up, you can do that from the front of that screen. You can do your aspect ratios, your resolution. So 1080p all the way up to 240, which is super slow motion. I prefer 1080 at 60. You can do 2.7K, you can do 4K, and you can even do, at the very end, 8K. Personally, it's a selling thing. I don't ever think I will ever use 8K. I might make a video to say it does 8K. I don't want to imagine the file size, even at 30 frames a second. Honestly, people, 1080p at 30 is good enough for the road. 1080p at 48 is good enough for the road. 50, 60, you know, super smooth video is going to be perfect. If you want to take it out and do some lovely cinematic stuff, you've got 24 FPS, which is movie resolution. I might bump that up a little bit in that resolution because it gives me more in the editing studio to play around with. 4K at 24 frames a second is a very, very nice resolution. But again, this is all geeky stuff. You'll be perfectly fine on 30, 48, 50 or 60. Just bear in mind, the higher the frame rate, the higher the resolution, it will chew through that 50 gigabyte internal storage and make it look like nothing, trust me. 4K and 8K are huge file sizes. 1080p at 60 frames, it's still going to be pretty substantial. But yeah, everything can be operated on that front screen, and it does rotate as well. Just a really nice feature to have, because you can see yourself when, you know, if you go back to there, you can see what you're recording. If I pull that down, there you go. So if you're walking around vlogging, for instance, if you've got the extension rod attached to it, you can see you're in shot and that you're in frame. It does have a variety of different shoot modes. You can see I've got 2 hours and 28 minutes actually there in record time. But this is your aperture, so if you swipe to unlock this camera, you've got all your settings. So you've got the quality priority, you can put film tones on, you can change the aperture, it's got variable aperture on it. The stabilisation scenarios, it's up to you what you want to do. You can adjust the images, you can switch it into pro mode, which personally I would say anyone who is an amateur or not so much a geek like myself, stay away from pro mode. Default shoot modes will be exactly what you need, they'll be perfect. But you've got video, it can shoot photo. You've got super night, which is DJI's obviously nighttime. All that's going to do is use that huge sensor on the front to get more light into that lens. Nighttime riding should be a lot brighter. I know a lot of people like to ride overnight. I know some people can't help but ride overnight. They commute to and from work. The fact that this has got such a huge sensor in this camera is going to be huge for nighttime riders and people who want to create content overnight. So that is DJI's own little feature it's got. It's got portrait mode, subject tracking, super slow motion obviously is what you need for the 240 frames, and of course it will do time lapse as well, which I'm kind of interested to try out on something else I do away from Sorrymate, but who knows. So yeah, really easy, nice big touchscreen to be able to control everything. I imagine the camera on this is quite good. Having a camera that would have on this size with variable aperture for me is huge. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not going to go out and replace my Canon, I wouldn't imagine so. The primary use for this is on a chest harness, events, vlogging, that kind of stuff. But it can do it. This isn't just an action camera, that's what I'm trying to say. It can do the lot. But if we turn this camera off briefly, just hold the power button at the side for a second and it will shut down. Super easy to gain access to everything. So on the old DJI Action 5, they were all like sponge push buttons. You had to like fiddle around and stuff. Follow the arrows, super easy. Slide across, push down, push up. There is your transfer if you want to transfer stuff from the internal memory or from your micro SD card, or if you want to charge the camera itself. But I mean, you've got the battery bank, so just put them in there. Down. And on the other side, same again, to access the battery, follow the arrows, super easy, really nice design, across, up, and then down. There's your battery in there. I have got a micro SD card in there because I've already got one, but if you don't, 50 gigabytes of internal storage, remember. Batteries, super easy to pull out, little pull tab, and they are your Osmo batteries. Like I said earlier, universal with the Action 5 and Action 4. So if you've got one of them, you're upgrading to the 6. Keep your batteries, they'll work in this camera. They will also fit in there and charge. But yeah, if the battery does come to die, simply pop it out, line it up, pop it in. There you go. Now that is, it's in. It's not, I don't think it doesn't charge on its own. You do have to connect a USB, but as a storage device, as a charger, perfect. And then you've got all your other little bits. But the main thing I suppose you want to see is how does it perform as a camera? Let's go and put it on a chest harness. Let's fire the bike up. Let's take this thing for a ride. So I've just finished editing up all of the software. It's currently plugged in to the PC right now, waiting to render. And I'm recording the end bit of this review on the actual camera itself, the Action 6. It does double up as a vlog camera, and it has some additional features that I think DJI have really pulled out the bag. I believe the Osmo 5 can do the same, and you can do this on the Pocket 3 as well, which DJI also make. But if you connect this camera up to a USB-C and plug it into your PC, you will get 3 different options come up on the screen. You'll get a file transfer option, you'll get a charge option, and you'll also get a webcam option. Now that opens up a whole world of possibilities, because you can use this camera as a continuously powered webcam and have all of its resolution features available to you to be able to make content, whatever you want to do. Now, I have an additional YouTube channel that I do away from Sorrymate, and I use a big, bulky Canon DSLR camera. Obviously, that is where you would go to for your quality, but this thing I'm really, really impressed on. Not only can you see what you're actually recording on the front screen of this camera, it's got its light balance sensor, so that's going to be making sure that my shot's not blown out. But it's just the additional features this camera comes with. You know, for spending that kind of money, you would expect a camera of premium quality, and this is exactly what this is. I was blown away by the ride footage. It is super easy to take the footage off the camera. You can use the app and you can literally export that to your mobile, or you can plug the camera in and manually pull the data off itself, either from the SD or from the internal storage. The minute you connect this camera up, it gives you the internal storage and your SD card, and you can go into whichever one you need to. I was really, really impressed at how easy it was as well to colour grade. Now, colour grading is a more advanced technique. It is usually a more advanced feature of a camera, and it's something that not a lot of creators will do, and not a lot of people that buy this camera are going to do either. I have obviously used it because I want to see what it's like, how it performs, and I am pleased to say it is fantastic. So you can shoot in D-Log on this camera, which is raw, really kind of colour toned down, and then you can colour grade it yourself. Or what the DJI Mimo app allows you to do is instantly colour grade and edit on the fly using the app, and then export it to whatever you want to do. I have just gone onto my footage, and you'll see probably in this video, the normal ride footage and the colour graded footage. Hopefully I'll put them side by side so you can see it at the end of the video. But it was super easy. I literally opened the DJI Mimo app, selected the footage I wanted. Before it let me export it, it said, do you want to colour correct this footage? Do you want to use a filter on it? Do you want to properly colour grade it? So I went into the pro mode, because this is me, this is the advanced features that I'm going to use. And I started messing around with different colour profiles, and it honestly brings the footage to life. And colour grading, like I said previously, is usually an advanced feature. The DJI Mimo app makes it super easy to do, that you literally just click different profiles, you can filter and change them down in the app of how much colour you want, and you just press export and it saves it and puts it onto your mobile device, and then you can upload it to whatever you want to do. Me personally, I colour graded it, put it onto my mobile, and then uploaded it to my cloud to download it again to edit it. But again, this is the advanced features. The 99% of the people that buy this camera, I imagine, literally put it on your chest harness, put it on the selfie stick it comes with, and just use the default settings that I'd already programmed into the camera. This has blown me away. I mean, DJI cameras are good anyway. I've got experience with them from the drones. The footage is always really clear, but for it to, I'm trying to think of the words, for it to outperform the GoPro as much as it has, it's left me a bit speechless, I'll be honest. Super steady. You know, I did not have any additional stability on my chest harness. It was just secured with the DJI locking pin. And I've been watching this back in the rock steady mode, just the standard rock steady mode. There's a rock steady plus or whatever it's called. Blown me away. It really has. And I think I'll be using this for vlogs. I might even connect it up and use it for a main camera and use it to my PC and see how my content comes out using this little Action 6. There is so much technology and goodness and greatness packed into such a tiny package with this camera, and I am pleased to say that I would 100% recommend this to bikers, to people who want a multiple option camera. So if you do ride yourself, obviously you've got that on your protection on your chest there for your rides. You could get to wherever you're going, you could take that off your chest harness, put it on the selfie stick or the vlog stick, and you could then go and vlog your event in super high definition, knowing that you've got that built-in memory, you've got that SD support up to 1 terabyte. It's everything that you could possibly want in such a small body, with the ability to do other things, plus all of that as well. You can get the extra lenses to go on, you can mess around with aperture settings, you can mess around with everything. If you really want to go and mess around with the advanced features of this camera, then you can. And I'm using the inbuilt microphone right now as well. I have not paired up the Mic 3, I need to pick one up, so let me know what you think of the audio coming through on the camera itself. From what I've got on the ride footage, it was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. So I can't really think of a con for this camera. The battery life is phenomenal. So I went out before, and obviously you're seeing clips. I just recorded everything as I rode around. I recorded, better on this PC here, I've got one 10-minute ride video, one 23-minute video, one 13-minute video, and then I did a big loop around from where I went on my journey, and that was a 32-minute video. So we're talking well over an hour of constant recording footage in 1080p, 60 frames a second. Plus this, we're up to 5 minutes and 52 at this moment of this recording. The battery is still on 72%. My GoPro would have been dead half an hour ago. In fact, my GoPro wouldn't have even captured all of the video footage from the ride out, and I'm still on the very same battery. I am blown away. I am definitely going to recommend this to everyone. Yes, it's a little bit on the expensive side, but you're not just getting an action camera, you're getting your ride action camera, you're getting the webcam ability, you're getting the vlog ability, you've got all the accessories to be able to vlog with in such a small package. Would I recommend this to anyone thinking about upgrading the camera or thinking about spending a little bit extra? 100%, go and buy an Action 6. This is absolutely top quality, it really is. And I am a geek, I'm a tech, photography, video, nerdy geek. I like my quality to look good, and this is absolutely brilliant. So I would give this easily a 9.5 out of 10. Easily. I would have thought that because I'm paying the extra money, they would have thrown that extra battery in, and I'd have got the 3 batteries, 1 in the camera, maybe 2 in the little battery box that it comes with. But that's just me being nitpicky. I've got 8 hours worth of recording capability in the 2 batteries it comes in this enhanced combo. It is what it is, people. Let me know down below your thoughts, comments. Do you own an action camera? Have you got a GoPro? Have you got the Osmo 6? Do you have the Osmo 4, the 5, the 5 Pro? Let me know. But yeah, we're going to start doing more of these, people. More ride out videos, more reviews, more gear reviews, and bringing you the best things to take with you when you're going to ride out. But yeah, that's all for me. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you all on the next video. Bye for now.